This is the true ending of this trial. The Otonakoji twins were the true culprits of this case. Oh, fuck. Damn it, just when I thought we were about to get off scot-free without a fucking rebuttal. Oh, Sora! Do you really think that makes sense, yes? I and I alone was the culprit. You think you're something real special after hearing that disgusting theory from Shobai. I tried to admit my crime and die peacefully, but it seems like I can't even do that without taking a crack at your damn theory. Open your fucking ear holes and listen! Okay, yeah, sure, show me this again. Just so I have a bit of time to brace myself. Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, S. I actually did forget about S, so I'm glad I did that. Good God, are you gonna hold that pose this whole time? I need antibiotics to Roha's account. It's gotta be the antibiotics. That's like the only thing we didn't use. Oh shit. Oh fuck, it's going so fast. Jesus Christ. What's my skill for this? By the way, I got something. I advanced. I don't know if I had to shoot anything there, though. There are no logical contradictions. Most importantly, if you're the culprit and the double black ability, we lose you in the trial. So why are you this desperate about this rebuttal? Can I tell you? I could probably... Oh my god. Is there any evidence? I'm just gonna fuck shit. I know. I'm just gonna shoot it at the no evidence part. Because that's just gotta be it. Okay. Fucking, oh my god, shoot, please. Okay. Yeah, get ready to shoot. God, my hand is like falling asleep from just advancing text so much. Oh! No, shit! Fuck! I missed! God damn it! It's so hard. Oh my god, go! Ugh. Come on, please. Please, just let me do it. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it here. There we go. Oh my god, thank god. Thank god that was right. I don't give a shit about my score. Well, that's honestly better than I thought it would be. Please save. Oh my god. I do not want to do that again. How much more is there, man? Oh my god. Proof. You say there is no proof? Obviously, it was impossible from the start. A flawed theory. Let me ask Shobai himself. Do you have any proof? Yes? And you claim to say you know something that even Shobai is unaware of. Of course not. In the end, this was all just a baseless theory. No, I do have proof. What? After hearing what Shobai said, I looked through every evidence I found once more, and there was one single evidence that didn't have a place anywhere in this theory. Yet nobody knew what it was for. The bottle of antibiotics near the pool. Antibiotics? I don't recall ever seeing that by the pool. But antibiotics in the pool? That's a pretty weird combination. What was that doing there? We can deduce its use if we combine it with Teruya's testimony. Teruya, when you testified about the blood packs, did you mention another chance in the infirmary? The infirmary? Oh yeah, the medical kit disappeared for a while, and somebody put it back. Are you talking about that?
Medical kit? So was that bottle from that kit?
Well, I check the inventory of each room 3 times a day. Morning, lunchtime, and evening. And the medical kit that was definitely there yesterday evening had disappeared when I checked the room this morning. I was gonna tell you guys. But it wasn't like it was a murder weapon, and I just assumed somebody needed it as an emergency. And I saw it sitting there back in its place at lunchtime as if nothing bad had happened. So that means somebody used the medical kit this morning, right?
What does this have to do with anything with the theory we're dealing with? Looks unrelated to me.
As Teruya said, a medical kit can't be used to kill someone. And since we're dealing with a murder, a medical kit used to save someone seems far off from the evidence we're looking for. However, I don't think that's the case. This was an insurance used by the culprit to create a double-blackened situation. Insurance? You said that they used their primary hands to stab Setsuka simultaneously without any error, right? But as Shobai called it out, Kanade is an extreme perfectionist. What if they managed to fail the timing? Oh no, they didn't. They were gonna use to heal Setsuka back up if it failed? Oh. Exactly. Kanade had taken the metal kit with her for that exact reason.
Preposterous! How could you know if you had succeeded or not in the first place?
Dude, Monocro exists for a reason, you know? So they stabbed Setsuka together and called Monocro to check if it could be accepted as a double-blackened murder? Is Monocro even allowed to tell them that? I mean, there is no reason not to. Telling the Blackened that they are Blackened shouldn't be a problem, right? He can't say. That aside, that bottle was decisive evidence. I never saw that during my investigation. Where the hell did you find that? I just kinda saw it rolling around near the pool.
Bullshit! I never opened the damn thing! There's no way that I dropped the...
What now? Never opened the thing? You should have said that you never even took it, idiot. Now you've admitted to yourself that you took the medical kit. You realize that, right, Kanade Otonakoji?
No, this isn't...
You making a mistake like that? That wasn't very like you. Was the bottle being on the ground that nonsensical?
That aside, did she just confess it herself? Unbelievable. Even if I had dropped it, I would have heard it dropping considering its size. Or at the very least, I would have noticed the weight decrease from the medical kit. I didn't even leave it to Hibiki. I did this part myself just in case stuff like this happened. Unbelievable. Me making a mistake like this? No way. What rotten luck.
Fufu, it seems like for the first time in this trial, we were able to see you finally getting truly flustered, Kanade. Well, we don't know the truth if you did or did not open the medical kit in the end. But if you were this surprised by this accident, then for us, I guess it was truly luck from the heavens. Kanade, so can I take that as a yes? That both you and Hibiki murdered Setsuka?
Unbelievable. This can't be happening. This doesn't make any sense. This can't be.
If you still can't admit it, then I will go over this case from the start. You won't be able to escape this anymore. Oh my god, finally. No, I'm good. Holy shit. Wow. What a fucking case. Holy shit. Well, I am glad that I have this skill equipped that I can just do this mindlessly. Oh, look at Setsuka. Aww. Yeah, I am so happy that I can just do this mindlessly because my brain is fried. I would have absolutely no brain power left to figure this out. Absolutely none of it. Just do it. Just get it all. Just get it all over with. Please. Oh, man. Wow. I'm assuming that has to be everything. Oh, look at Aroha, she's so cute. I'm assuming that has to be everything with the case itself. I'm assuming there are still gonna be some more crazy shit beyond the trial, but I mean, as far as the case itself goes, yeah, I see why a lot of people like this one. That was insane. That was a really creative case. Holy shit. Is that it? Yeah, okay. It's kind of hard to tell. I think this one is that one too, yeah, okay. That. There we go. It's that one. Oh, look at Sora there. She's so cool. She's so cool. I kind of wish the Iroha's skill here just kind of solved everything automatically. So that way, like, I have a chance to, like, I don't know, be surprised by the art when it comes up naturally. Is that? Yeah, okay, that's what that is. This one, I think it's that. Yeah, okay. And then this one. Alright, there we go. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let me just get a drink of water first before I do this. Okay. Let's do it. Let's finally finish this. Holy shit. Early in the morning, when everyone was still asleep, the culprit was already busy at work. Using the fact that Mikado prepares our breakfast early in advance, they put sleeping drugs in the coffee at Aroha's seat. This was to eliminate any alibi Aroha might have in the afternoon. And when the day broke, the case began for real as the culprit called Satsuka out to the pool. Before they headed to the pool, the culprit took large quantities of blood packs and a medical kit from the infirmary. Since it was already gone by the time Tariya checked it this morning, this was the only chance they had to take them. Then they arrived at the pool and attacked Satsuka. They didn't quite kill her just yet, but only knocked her unconscious. Immediately after this, the culprit signaled another culprit of this case to the pool. This was the first time that two people were both the culprit of one murder. Here, the first culprit handed their handbook to the other culprit over the gates. This was to manipulate the gate records, a crucial trick used throughout this case. The second culprit entered the pool using the handbook they were given. The in records of the first culprit and Satsuka already existed in the gate record database. So when the second culprit entered through the gates, the results showed an out record for the first culprit. The second culprit was able to enter the pool without using their own handbook and leaving a record. Next, the two stabbed the unconscious Satsuka simultaneously with a knife. Originally, the one who stabbed later would become the real culprit, even if it was a matter of milliseconds. However, our killers had an extreme sense of rhythm with each other enough to point its difference was undetectable. This was because they were twins that had ultimate talents related to rhythm. After confirming the fact that they stabbed her at the same time, the first culprit left the pool. Here they used Satsuka's handbook to make it seem like there was nobody at the pool according to the records. As she was leaving, she also put up a sign that said "Pool Sanitation Time. Please do not enter," in front of the pool. This way, no one else would enter the pool while they took care of the body. However, the culprit made a huge mistake here. The medical kit that was prepared as an insurance to heal Satsuka in case they mistimed stabbing her simultaneously. While they were leaving with the newly useless medical kit, a bottle of antibiotics had dropped from it. We're not sure how the culprit didn't notice this, but we are able to prove the double blacken theory using this evidence. After the culprit left, she re-enters the pool after 3 hours with the tools she needed. The 3 hours were left blank intentionally to frame Aroha in the near future. Also, she went back in the pool and still didn't even notice the bottle was dropped. That's crazy. Oh god, this image. Once they had the tools they needed, they began doing their business for a few hours. And by business, I mean cutting up Satsuka's corpse into multiple pieces. The reason they dismembered her body was to transfer the body to a different place, which I'll get to in a moment. Here, they got rid of the abdomen that had marks on that showed two people, one left-handed and one right-handed, that had stabbed the body. Once the dismemberment process was over, they cleaned the pool using its tools, and the second culprit disguised as the first culprit. They were twins, so a little bit of disguise was enough to make them completely indistinguishable. To correct their body shape, they put Satsuka's two hands in a plastic bag and pinned it on her chest. They needed Satsuka's hands with them to open her handbook for the tricks they needed to pull off in the future. And by carrying the hands as a disguise, it was like killing two birds with one stone. Oh my god, look at Aroha. Because they carried Satsuka's hands with them, they were able to use her handbook freely, just like Emma did. The culprit then sent a message to Aroha using Satsuka's handbook. The message called for her to be in front of the Mirror Mansion at 18 o'clock. It was because of this message that Aroha wasn't able to participate with us during the parade. After sending this message, the second culprit leaves the pool while still disguised. She puts the sign in front of the pool back inside, and walks her way to Block A. After arriving at the ghost house, she undisguised herself and enters the ghost house while deliberately getting witnessed by Aroha. By getting witnessed by Aroha, the culprit later used this fact to frame Aroha and make her seem suspicious. However, amidst the rush of changing her disguise, the pins used to hold the plastic bags had dropped on the ground, which were used in this trial as important pieces of evidence against her. Entering the ghost house, the culprit ran up inside to cut the wires to the fuse box to cause a blackout. They also put out the fire in the fireplace. This was because they needed it to be that way for the other culprit to utilize the chimney later on. The blackout itself was so that the others wouldn't notice what happened inside the ghost house. Yup. A little later, the second culprit redisguised herself as the first culprit and left the ghost house to join the rest of us at the parade. Of course, none of us had even had the thought that the culprit had disguised into someone else, and so the second culprit was able to watch the parade with us without any suspicion. At that time, the culprit was waiting for the monorail at the Block C station. They had moved the corpse pieces to the station from the pool prior to the second person heading over to the ghost house. While the second culprit was over at the ghost house, the first culprit was busy with her work as well, getting rid of the signpost before leaving the pool, and putting the chess piece inside one of the parade dolls in the Block C storehouse. At 1810, the monorail heading to Block A arrives, and the first culprit began their process of moving the body. The method they used was to throw each body piece through the chimney once the monorail goes past the ghost house, one by one. This method, while seemingly impossible for anyone else, was done with ease by our culprit. It made it seem like the corpse had been teleported inside the ghost house. However, since the ghost house was next to the track that connected Block A and C, she only had 4 chances to throw the body pieces, considering that monorail is only active every other hour. As 7 pieces, even excluding the 2 hands and the chest that she stuffed inside the parade dolls, needed to be transferred. She calculated the monorail timetable and went back and forth between Block A and C. Using this method, they had exactly 7 chances to throw the body pieces in 1 hour, and with the culprit's perfect aiming abilities, the transferring was done. After all the body pieces had been safely thrown inside the chimney, she leaves empty-handed and headed to the storehouse. The parade was almost over, and the chess pieces had been delivered to Block A by then. Meanwhile, the second culprit and the crew were becoming anxious about Satsuka's absence, and they began a search. Pretending to look for her and heading to the Block A storehouse, the 2 blackheads meet up and switch places. The reason the second culprit disguised in the first place was to create an alibi, while the first culprit was busy throwing corpses on the monorail. And since that was finished, there was no reason for the disguise from then on. I had just finished investigating the ghost house and was leaving without any results. And after confirming that I left, the first culprit signals the second culprit, who is still hiding inside the storehouse. The second culprit swiftly enters the ghost house with the chess pieces they hid inside the storehouse. Here, she uses Satsuka's handbook, so there would be an ID without an out record at the ghost house. After this, they put all the body pieces, including the 2 hands used for disguise, and the pieces inside the fireplace on the altar. Once the setting was complete, they moved the folding screen in front of the entrance to create space, and start to flood the place with blood using the blood plaques they prepared. This was to create the illusion that the crime scene was the ghost house, and the culprit dismembered the corpse behind the folding screen. They created a huge trail of blood leading up to the altar, and spread some on the altar as well for good measure. After all of this was done, the culprit deliberately dropped her hairpin near the altar, and sent everyone a message using Satsuka's handbook. The message had to vaguely remind everyone of the ghost house, and we used to call everyone to that place. Then they hid in the space behind the folding screen, waiting for the others to arrive. As we arrived, we followed the trail of blood up to the altar without any suspicion, and ultimately entered the altar, where we found the body of Satsuka. And this was how the 2 culprits managed to move the body and fool everyone. The cruel killers, who didn't just murder Satsuka, but cut up her body into pieces. Yes, the culprits who committed this atrocity of a crime. Oh my god. Holy hell, she's so badass. Kanade Otona Koji and Hibiki Otona Koji, the ultimate guitarist and the ultimate vocalist. It was you 2. Oh my god. Wow. Man, I'm so good at that. Holy shit. Perfect score. Oh my god. Are you still going to defend yourself, Kanade? Hibiki, it's the same for you. You might not have memory of it, but the results of this trial shows the fact. The fact that you are also the one who killed Satsuka.
No, that can't be. I'm innocent. I couldn't have killed Suka. Yeah, this is a dream. This is all a dream. Kanade could never kill someone, let alone me. Wake up, Hibiki Otona Koji. Hibiki.
Hibiki, I'm afraid this is not a dream. Whether you remember it or not, you have committed a murder and lost the class trial. If the answer we've deduced is true, you'll soon be dead.
What? Die? Me? But that's a bit weird. I haven't done anything. Come on, guys. Kanade, say something to them. We could never actually kill someone, right, Kanade? Don't just stand there, please. Help me, like you've always done, like when we were young. Sis. When something bad happened, you were always there for me to take care of it. I'm sorry if I was being too harsh for you. I apologize for everything. Just help me.
Kanade ultimately lost the trial. Even she can't help you in this situation.
Let me out! I'm gonna break open this door!
Now, Hibiki, the trial is still in session. Please return to your seat immediately.
Let me go home! I hate it here! I need to save my parents. I'm so sick of this place. Let me out! Just let me out!
Hibiki, calm down. I wonder, does that girl have any mental disorders? Well, that's a bit fucking rude. What? I've been keeping an eye on her since she was a suspect during the trial. But something's off with that girl. I mean, the younger sis is a crazy bitch for sure, but the older sis isn't far off as far as I can tell. This is a warning! If you don't return to your seat, you will be severely punished!
Shut up!
Kanade?
Sis. So adorable.
What?
I have no way to run, right? If you can't avoid it, enjoy it. It is tragic that my plan has failed. But if I get to see my sister's most despairful dying moments while I die, that doesn't seem that bad of a death. You've won. We were the culprit of this case.
What? No. We gotta unpack all that a little bit. What's up with that? Please don't have any unnecessary weird shit to this, man. You've already had a good case. A D? I don't care. Yay! Alright, cool. Give me more money. Awesome. Alright, what's happening now? It's good that you resolved everything, but this silence... Now that you've reached an answer for real time, it's voting time! I swear if this gets interrupted again, I'm going to quit this job. Ahem. Anyways, vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you. Since the answer you've deduced is a double culprit, which is a first in Danganronpa history, he said the D word. I've specially prepared a panel marked Otono Koji twins in the voting screen, just for this occasion. If you truly believe that the two of them are the culprit, vote for that panel, capiche? Now, will that answer be the truth or not? Hoo-hoo. Now! Alright. Let's see... Oh, they have two separate ones, and they have a one for both of them. That's cute. Well, alrighty. Class trial, and... My goodness. I would love to save the game. Alright. How's this gonna go now? The real culprit who murdered Satsuka Chibakuru was Hibiki Otono Koji and Kanade Otono Koji. Correct, you've got them both right. So they really...
They're both the culprit?
To be honest, when they stabbed them together, I had a hard time deciding on what to make of it. A class trial is a system by definition that while multiple victims can occur for one case, no two students can be the culprit. Did I say this earlier, by the way? I can't remember if I said this thought out loud or not, but I was thinking off-screen for sure that I was like... Well, because when I was wondering, like, is there still going to be a second victim in this case? Because I had stopped recording, like, very briefly into the investigation, that I thought for sure it was going to be, like, V3, or, like, partway through the investigation, we find another murder, and another murder happens because it's Chapter 3. But at the same time, I was like, wait a minute, what if they do a subversion of that, where instead of 2 victims, 1 killer, it's 1 victim, 2 killers? But I was like, that doesn't make sense, because how can there be 2 killers and only 1 victim? That doesn't make any sense, so I brushed that thought aside. And I don't think I even mentioned it, but I was thinking about it, and goddammit, I wish I said it now, because holy shit, I was fucking right. I'll have more to say on that later, but for now, let's keep going with the dialogue. No two students can be the culprit. However, I replayed the clip countless times, and no matter how you look at it, they stabbed her simultaneously. Even the computer couldn't detect the time difference. I had no choice but to admit it. In this killing school trip, the rules are absolute, and this case did obey the rules. My most honorable praise for the twins is they found a loophole in the rules and used their talents to pull off a feat truly impossible.
I was confident I would win this trial. You would have lost if you voted for my sis, and that result wouldn't have changed even if you voted me. Whoever you had voted for, I was going to be safe. And I even had a backup plan of framing Iroha. But for this plan to fail, I truly did not expect this to happen. Seems like I underestimated both Shobai and Sora.
She's right, we contributed nothing to this trial. If it wasn't for those two.
Honestly, I was mentally prepared for Shobai. I can estimate the threat level of a person immediately at first glance. And ever since our first encounter, I always have been cautious of you. But Sora, what are you? You have nothing special to boot, and you can't even remember your own talent? How is someone like you able to win against someone like me? Sora, what really is your talent?
That's what I want to know.
You. Twins, answer me! Why in the world did you murder Setsuka?
Nikke.
What's wrong? I thought you didn't care about whether we died or not. Well, I do have an idea why you're acting like that. What's that supposed to... Forget it, it's not like I'm going to tell you anyway. That aside, you ask why we killed Setsuka, yes?
Kanade I can understand, maybe, but Hibiki was very intimate with Setsuka. Why did Hibiki help murder Setsuka? Don't you get it, bro? They're voids, both of them. Obviously, that's the only logical reason. It happened last time and the one before. We're trying our best to harmonize and survive, and they're trying to ruin it.
Then the two twins were both voids?
Really?
Is that really how it is? Speak up, Hibiki Kanade.
Is it? Were the two twins the voids? Was that again the reason that this murder had to happen? We have 3 void survivors if we include Mikado. If the 2 of them are voids, we now know the identity of all 5 voids. And just when we were waiting for the twins to answer... I am terribly sorry to interrupt this, but...
And don't speak another word, so just shut up!
I haven't even told you what I was going to say. You're being especially rude to me today, Teruya. Well, I do have some important news. The thing is...
So they're not voids, those 2 twins.
What?
What do you mean? Why are you the one to decide that, you little...
No, he's absolutely right. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. The Atona Koji twins have no relations with us voids. Damn. You're just that fucked up. Huh? But the voids were supposed to murder each... It seems like you're confused because the previous murders were all committed by us voids. But the voids are simply there for plan B. I repeated myself countless times. Anyone can become a murderer.
I can tell that at a glance. The voids up until now strictly did things by the rules. They wouldn't dare do something this vague on whether it's against the rules or not.
And that is exactly why I feel very conflicted about this. Where was my poor void fellow when they were supposed to kill this time? What? But that means they killed someone when they weren't even a void? Why? If they weren't a void, what reason was there for them to kill someone? Ah! That's right, Yuki. We've made a mistake in thinking it was common sense that a void will always be the one to murder one of us. There was a motive for every one of us this time. The motive videos that Mikado gave us. That's right. Even I had forgotten about it. The Blackened of this case gets to not only escape this island if they win, but they also get to know the ending of their motive video. The motive video I saw didn't affect me in any way, but for the others, things were different. It even came up during the class trial. Hibiki and Kanade said that their parents were in trouble in their motive video. That was their motive for this murder.
Dang it! I should have been more careful. I was so focused on the voids that I forgot about something more important. Mikado, you. This is all because of you, forcing us to murder each other with motives or whatever. I'll never forgive you.
Excuse me. It wasn't really like that.
What? Huh? What?
I said I didn't do it necessarily for those stupid videos. My sister could have done it for our parents, but to be honest with you, I couldn't care less about those things.
Those things, but they're your family.
My sister is the only family I've got. And you said it yourselves during the trial. I've been planning a double blackened murder ever since I heard about the rules of this class trial. The motive videos were distributed just yesterday, so how could those be the motives for our murder? Then why would you do something as horrible as killing someone? I don't know where to start. Well, everyone take a look at Hibiki here. Let's start from there. What about Hibiki? Don't you think something's off about her?
Hibiki.
Hibiki, you're still part of all this. Speak up. What? What? What's wrong with her? Is she alright?
Oh my god, so cute!
Stop that. I don't like that. The hell? Kanade? Everyone, meet my lifelong project and the motive for this murder. So, what do you think? What nonsense is that?
I can't keep up with all this.
Still don't get it? I'll tell you everything one by one. Hibiki, hand. What? Do a backflip. What? What the fuck? Eek, that scared me. Say you love me with a smile.
I love you, Kanade. Me too, I love you too, Hibiki.
What is this? What's going on? Hibiki? Hibiki, wake up, Hibiki. It's no use. Hibiki in this state can only listen and react to me.
How did you do it? Hypnosis? Mind control?
So that was what you meant by that. No wonder the little shit's actions didn't make sense. Shobai, do you know what's going on? How can I put this? The culprit of this case wasn't Kanade Otonokoji and Hibiki Otonokoji, but more like Kanade Otonokoji and also Kanade Otonokoji. What do you mean? Speak some sense. Is she a clone? What? Why the hell are you always shouting at me? The trial's over, so I'm not gonna give two shits about you. Ask the girl herself. So, don't you all agree that my precious toy is adorable? Kanade, would you please kindly explain what's going on here? It's my pleasure. We two are gonna die anyways, after all. If we're going to talk about this, everything started way back when we were young. We are identical twins, 10 seconds apart from each other. I can't remember if I knew it instinctively when I was born, but I realized something when I was around 3 or 4. That I was better than Hibiki in every way. Are you talking about your talents? Everything. Talent, personality, skills, or whatever. But as I realized that, Hibiki must have also realized that she was the lesser of the two. And ever since she acknowledged that when we were young, she had been abusive towards me. As I was too young at that age, I didn't object to her actions. And I ended up giving in to her. Then one day, our mother told my sis to play with me for a change. But Hibiki back then loved Shiro so much that she replied she loved Shiro more than me. Who's Shiro? What? And those words hurt a lot, especially as a kid. Shiro? Who's that? A puppy we used to have as children. A small, kind, white teacup poodle who was really friendly with people. Even when I was being abused by Hibiki, I still loved Hibiki. I thought of her as family, and I wanted to get along with her. But when I heard that Hibiki liked some puppy more than me, I felt an uncontrollable wave of jealousy. As long as Shiro was alive, I was never going to get closer with Hibiki. Oh no, fuck you. That was when I decided to get rid of it.
Get rid of it? What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that? I literally got rid of it. The next day when I was alone at home, I butchered Shiro with a kitchen knife and threw it away down the drain. What? You're kidding me, right? As small and wretched that thing was, it was still a creature of life. That meant I had to cover up a lot of things to not get found out, but somehow it all seemed easy. Probably because I was a genius. After a while, poor little sis was frantically searching for Shiro, but alas, she wasn't able to find it. Of course, she wasn't able to. What remained of it was probably indistinguishable from sewer sludge by then. So you killed your sis's favorite dog just to get friendly with her? Like the hell that would work? You're out of your mind! I know. As soon as I realized I did something wrong, I did feel a bit guilty. But the reaction Hibiki showed afterwards soon got rid of any afterthoughts I had. Instead of bullying me again for the loss of her puppy as I expected, she started to cry in my arms. "Kanade, help me. What should I do?" she cried. And that face of hers back then was the face of an angel more precious and adorable than anything I had ever seen. Since then, Hibiki turned into an extremely passive and weak state whenever she was mentally backed into a corner. And each and every time that happened, she cried to me for help and depended solely on me. That was when I started to train my little Hibiki. Train? Unbeknownst to Hibiki, I had schemed multiple mental shocks for her in secret. All high and mighty, abusing her little sis by the day. But in reality, she was being mentally tortured by her very own sister. Being mentally weak, Hibiki in her shock state cannot even remember what happened afterwards. And now, even the innocent ignorance of her abusing her little sis without knowing anything about what happens off stage is so lovely that it drives me insane. And that's how I slowly but surely modified Hibiki to my taste ever since I was young. What the fuck? Oh, no. How many times have you done this? I've tried out numerous methods, but the best one is to eradicate Hibiki's most precious person. Like with Shiro, every time Hibiki made a close relationship with someone, I got rid of them one by one. Ayumi, her best friend during grade school, got kicked from the top of the stairs and now she's stuck in the hospital, paralyzed for the rest of her life. The nerve of that girl. Your sister feels sort of creepy, so we should keep away from her. Honestly, that bitch deserved it and more. Our middle school homeroom teacher that Hibiki had a crush on, I gave him an extra dose of muscle relaxant and buried him on a hill near the school. That pedophile pervert must have had indecent thoughts toward my precious Hibiki. Okay, well, if that's true, then he deserved it. So that was an act to save her from him. Even after we started our band, there was our recording engineer, makeup coordinator, and our manager. I got rid of each and every person connected to Hibiki. And now, even the slightest of hardships will cause Hibiki to turn weak. So that's why you killed Tatsuka, isn't it? She's more dependent on me than ever, Fufu. Wait, what? So you're basically saying that Satsuka wasn't your first victim? No way. Unbelievable. Yo, what's your body count? Well, I don't keep track of everyone I kill. I guess around 60. Alright, you win. What? What the fuck? I mean, it has come to a point where I just get rid of everyone acquainted with Hibiki. How in the world did you not get arrested for all this? Well, it's either because I was too perfect or because the cops were too stupid. My bet is on both. That's why I told you. This was the first one that I actually failed. Is that why you killed Satsuka? Because she was friendly with your older sis? It didn't have to be Satsuka, so long as that person was the one most intimate with Hibiki. Though she did get on my nerves, to be honest. Anything that could help the Hibiki recover from her mental state must be eliminated. Why? For what reason? Why are you so obsessed with Hibiki? Reason? How about I ask you a question instead? Do people need a reason to love someone? I love Hibiki. If you could have your loved one all to yourself, anyone would have done the same. You're crazy. You're insane. I can't even hear another word from you. You don't deserve any sympathy whatsoever. Go to hell. Hold on a minute, Kanade. How does this story relate to Hibiki acting like a puppet right now? I forgot about that part. I guess it was around that time I made sushi out of our coordinator. When Hibiki realized that the coordinator she was close with had gone missing, she came to me crying. But something was different. She was bawling like usual when suddenly her eyes lost focus and she didn't show any human reaction. And when I spoke out to her, she started to do exactly everything I told her to do. No complaints, no reactions, like as if I was controlling a game avatar. That might have been one of the happiest moments of my entire life. Just being controlled by my words. Just think if it makes me... Afterwards, whenever Hibiki's mental state took a certain amount of damage, she turned into a puppet like this. It only lasted for a short time the first time around, but in time it lasted longer and longer, until now I can just switch it on and off whenever I order her to. From that day onwards, my training goal for Hibiki had completely changed. If I previously trained her to only look towards me, I now trained her to be the perfect puppet. My final goal was to make Hibiki my very own puppet all the time, regardless of her mental state. If we had escaped off this island after killing Satsuka, and maybe killed one or two more, I could have achieved that dream. What a waste.
I see. So that's why Shobai said the culprit was Kanade and Kanade again. Kanade did this to Hibiki so that her sis could act as her duplicate and commit the ultimate perfect crime. When did it all start? When did Hibiki start acting like this? Was she already in this state when we met her this morning?
No, she still retained herself back then. Throughout this killing school trip, I was looking for the perfect opportunity. The point where Hibiki's mentality reached the threshold. And through that motive video of our parents getting attacked, I knew it was time. So I just executed my plan that I had prepared.
Your plan?
Now that I've already been revealed, there's actually one more place that I used the blood packs for.
What?
As you have deduced, I woke up early and called Satsuka to the pool. Then I ambushed her from behind and knocked her out. And then I poured blood all over her unconscious body to make it look as if she was dead.
Why do such a gross thing?
Because that was the trigger that would turn Hibiki into a puppet. I immediately called Hibiki out to the pool and made her into the place using my handbook. Our innocent Hibiki entered the pool and soon witnessed the fake crime scene. How would you react if you had watched a disturbing video of your parents getting attacked the night before, only to see the bloody corpse of your best friend? As the person who controlled her mental state for years, I knew. I knew just how much mental damage it took for her to become my little puppet. The consecutive loss of your precious ones. The scream that my sis yelled. I still get the chills.
So when Shobai said the amount of blood used at the ghost house seemed a lot less than the amount of blood packs taken, that was the actual reason why. How could you? Controlling someone as you please. She's even your family.
How was I supposed to make stupid Hibiki cooperate with the plan if I didn't take control over her? She wasn't going to agree on killing someone in her normal state in the first place. Foo-foo, this was all for Hibiki. She did want to leave this island after all. But that was all ruined by you people.
Does Hibiki know any of this?
Of course not. Hibiki loses most of her memories when she regains her sanity. So it would be next to impossible for her to know this.
But Hibiki still cared about you and loved you more than anyone. Kanade Otonakoji, as a human being and as family, you really are the worst.
Call me whatever you want. People come in different shapes and sizes after all. I didn't really expect you to understand me anyway.
Yo, crazy girl, not that it matters now, but let me ask you a question. You admitted to your crimes towards the end of the trial, right? Wouldn't someone as smart as you have been able to find another way out back then? Now what nonsense is he on about? Feels a bit weird, like we didn't win for real, like she gave it to us. I would have been able to guess the double blackened part without Albino Girl. You might have still had a shot at winning the trial.
I'd rather keep my dignity than struggle till I went down ugly. When the double blackened murder had surfaced, it was already game over for me. Moreover, I wanted to see Hibiki despair.
Despair?
I honestly didn't have any regrets with my life. I already played with my sister to my heart's content. Of course, escaping this island and being together with a completely puppetified Hibiki does sound tempting. But nothing beats my desire to watch Vicky's face full of despair. Not just any despair, the one moments before death, the one just before her life ends. The one that she'll take to her deathbed. One gripe I have about puppet Hibiki and mentally broken Hibiki is that her face is too predictable, making it uninteresting. Just imagining what my poor sis will look like when she comes to the realization of what's coming from her makes me so
Okay, don't get into that. Yo, Albino.
Are you talking to me?
Do something about this, will ya? That girl is too crazy even for me to handle. You're good at stuff like this, right?
What do you mean by... But when I looked around, everyone was silently looking away from Kanade. And rightfully so. Her story seemed out of the world even for me. A story from a fantasy world, one that was too insane even for us to comprehend. A degenerate who makes you want to throw up just from the fact that you're breathing the same air as her. That was the true identity of Kanade Otonakoji, a person who we once thought as our friend, as our classmate. But the worst thing was that she wasn't done just yet.
I guess then... Now, can we proceed to our finale?
Huh? Oh, just wait a moment, Monocro. I forgot to mention I found this while rummaging through her pockets.
Would you care to explain what that is?
This is a note that I found inside Satsuka's pockets when I killed her.
I was so busy that I didn't have time to read the details, but the fact that she had it on her body probably means that it contained an important message for us, right?
Setsuka, read it now.
Hold on. This... Why? What does it say? Well. Wow, do I feel bad for you guys.
Did you just tell us already?
Mikado, you sure you'll be alright?
What? I'm not following you.
Well, it's just that voids. Wow, you guys have a tough road ahead as well. Foo-foo.
Kanade, what does the note say?
This is a will written by Setsuka.
A will from Setsuka?
It seems like in case she was killed, she kept track of all the information she learned.
Information? I don't recall Setsuka ever telling us about that.
She must have discovered something. I don't know why she didn't tell us sooner, but she must have found something big. Come to think of it, she was acting weird ever since we arrived on the third island. You're right. She did talk like something was up back when the motive was revealed as well.
My, this really is big news. She kept this to herself?
So what does it say? Just tell us!
Foo-foo. Foo-foo-foo-foo. I'm so sorry for this, but...
Oh my god. That fucking smile, holy shit.
I'll be taking these as keepsies to my grave.
No, Setsuka's will.
Put it out! The info, bro! We're too late. A note as small as that burns out in a matter of seconds. You! What the hell do you think you're doing?
This note contains incredible information. Amazing scoops that could be really damaging for Mikado. But what does it have to do with me? I'm about to die after all. I leave this and everything up to you. Were you expecting a silly dramatic ending like that? Unfortunately, I'm not that good of a person. Rather, I despise each and every one of you. You ruined my perfect plans of escaping this island with Hibiki. Yes, this is my petty revenge for losing the class trial. An adorable tantrum by me, if you will.
Holy shit. No! It turned to ash! Oh god, no, please!
You're being awfully persistent, Nikkei. Boy, do I wonder why you're acting like that.
Is he void too? Is that what she was getting at earlier? Because I'm... Was Setsuka also void? That has to be it, right? You little... Yuruko, calm down. Violence is against the rules.
Now I can finally die without any regrets. Let's go, Monocro. I'm sure you prepared a wonderful and fitting execution for Hibiki and I.
Now, hold on. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but there's still some things left to do. Have you all forgotten? The Blackened of this class trial had the right to know the ending of their motive video, regardless of the results. The execution comes after that.
Honestly, I couldn't care any less. Well, let's just skip to the good part and start the execution.
You may feel that way, but Hibiki begs to differ, don't you think? This class trial acknowledges both of you as Blackens. So obviously she has the right to see her video's ending. Coincidentally, you two have the same motive video, so I'll just have to play one.
I see. Poor sis. I guess it wouldn't hurt to let her know what happened to her parents before her death. Sis, wake up. Come on. Look up and focus your eyes on me. You're returning to your own self again. Now.
Oh, Hibiki.
Kanade? Is this the trial grounds? Did I... Sis, we're going to be executed. But before that, they're going to let us see the ending of our motive video as a prize for being the Blackened. Come on. Why don't we watch it before we die? Die? Me? Don't you remember? You and I killed Setsuka, and we lost the class trial. No, that can't be. I would never. Why would I get executed when I did nothing wrong? Wah, please don't. I don't want to die.
Hibiki, come on. Don't cry. You're not a baby now, are you? Now come on, look at the screen. As procedure, it is required that you watch this video. Dude, Monocro, I think he feels bad. Oh my god. Wait, why am I the one consoling her?
Sis, aren't you curious about who really attacked Mom and Dad? At least we get the chance to know who did it. Or would you rather just die now without knowing what happened?
Well, she doesn't seem like she's fine, does she? Well then, I'll start the video. Oh god, we gotta watch it too? That doesn't sound good. Don't kill me. Why would you... Wait. It's not gonna be Kanade, right? Did Kanade kill their own parents? The huge screen over our heads showed a video of a couple looking to be around their mid-40s or 50s getting stabbed repeatedly by someone. The man seemed like he was already dead, with blood spewing out of his throat like a fountain, falling out as she pleaded for her life. At least we get the chance to know who did it.
No, Mom, Dad.
This video is first-person perspective, recording from the very person who murdered the Otona Koji's parents. Being recorded on a cheap camcorder, the quality isn't quite something to write home about, but... I can't watch any longer. This is too horrible. Monochrome, Mikado, who really are you guys? How did you get footage of the twins' parents getting murdered? No, not just that. Even the motive videos. How did you get your hands on those? Well, do I really need to answer that?
Wait a minute.
Now for the climax. The identity of the assailant will now be revealed. I'm sure you're more curious than ever, dear Kanade and Hibiki. Foo-foo. So let's find out who done it. Oh no.
Well,
The person, after murdering the couple, was breathing heavily as they looked around, as if they were looking for something. The video wandered from place to place until it stopped at the full-body mirror at the corner of the dark room. Into that mirror, the reflection showed who the mystery assailant was. Oh my god.
it's hot in here.
The person in the mirror. The person who savagely murdered Hibiki and Kanade's parents was none other than Kanade herself. What? Kanade?
What's going on?
You even killed your own parents?
You're kidding me, right? Kanade, tell me it's not true. It was you? You killed Mom and Dad? How? I trusted you all this time. So then what's this? Mikado, would you care to explain this video? I never murdered my parents. Sure, that is definitely our house, but I never did such a thing. Granted, I did plan to murder my parents eventually as a finale to my Hibiki puppet plan. But I had decided now was too early.
I don't know the exact details, as Monochrome is the one who's controlling most of this killing school trip. But I can say for sure that both this video and the videos that everyone received are certainly not made up in any way, shape, or form. I swear it's true on my magician's oath. Nobody gives a shit about your oath, so that doesn't sound that convincing. I get that you're angry, but stepping on my pride like that... Wait a minute.
So that's it. So that's how it was all along. Amazing. I never would have guessed. What a twist.
What's up with her?
Wow. What a shame. For real, what a shame. To not see the aftermath of this after getting to know such a big secret.
And that's where the video ends. It seems that you've realized something, Kanade.
Oh, don't you worry. I won't spoil anything for the rest of you. Hibiki and I will take this secret to our graves. Foo-foo.
Students, I know this isn't the time to interrupt, but it is already past midnight. The trial is almost over. You'll need to get a good night's sleep for tomorrow, right?
Come on, sis. It's finally time for the finale. Show me, sis, your most despairful last moments of your entire life. No, don't you come any closer, you monster. I don't want to die. Why should I be the one to go? I didn't do anything wrong.
Now, I prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate vocalist, Hibiki Otona Koji, and the ultimate guitarist, Kanade Otona Koji.
Hibiki! Get away from me! Somebody help me!
For this case, since there were two Blacken, we're going to have the same execution for both of you.
Sora, help me! Nikkei, Iroha, Yuki, Shinji, Yuriko, just anyone! Save me!
Now, let's do this!
No!
It's punishment time! Oh, Jesus Christ, Hibiki, you don't deserve this. I know you were mean to her, like, as a kid, and that's what started this, but, like, kids are mean. It's fine. They're gonna call each other names. Oh my god, that's fucking horrible. Oh, no. Oh. Wow. Live Live only one. Melody rhythm, final concert, final death. Oh. Oh my god, what the fuck? What? Oh my... Oh! Oh! Oh my... What the fuck? Holy shit. Wow. Whew. I need a drink of water after that one. Holy shit. Jesus. Oh my god. That girl died laughing. She really is one scary girl. Hibiki and Kanade were executed. The third class trial, the third execution. And so, another two have left us. Even though the execution had ended, nobody spoke a word. Perhaps it was because Kanade rattled us to her very last moment. Or maybe after 3 repeated defeats by the despair that is reality, we'd lost even the strength to open our mouths. But to me, as of now, I had no way of knowing.
Shobai, where are you going?
What? We're finished, right? We're free to leave now. And don't speak to me. Back then was only because we had a mutual goal that was the class trial. Now that it's over, don't bother me again, capiche? Dang it. Kanade was a human degenerate that deserved to die, but Hibiki... If what Kanade said was true, that Hibiki was merely used in this case by Kanade, I should have done something, anything, so that this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Damn it! Damn it! Nikkei. Kanade, what a person she was. And that's a person who I call worthy of being a void. I really do hope that the other remaining two learn a thing or two from her. Okay, wait. So Setsuka wasn't... She wasn't a void. If the other two are still alive... Huh. Well, okay then, damn. I guess the big sis really was Hibiki and Kanade. Damn. I honestly don't have the strength to yell at you. Just leave us be. Oh dear, did I hurt your feelings? Well, I'm terribly sorry. But yes, as Monocro said, it has become terribly late. And Shinji, you're right, we should all go take a rest. If you ask me, I don't feel quite good about this as well, although for a different reason. Well then, if you excuse me.
Let's think positively, everyone. Tsuru is right. We're better off not having someone like Kanade among us. I mean, really, living together with a criminal like that? No, thank you. Hibiki, well, she was pretty unlucky to have someone like Kanade as her family.
I thought you liked Kanade, Aroha, that you depended on her for class trials.
That was before I knew she was a total maniac. But no worries, we have Sora and Shobai on our side, and all we have to do is prevent any murders from now on. So please, let's all smile.
You think this is funny?
What?
Don't you get what kind of situation we're in? There was a murder, and we pulled through all that shit to win the class trial when the culprit wasn't even a void. We didn't even get to know what Setsuka had investigated. There are still 3 voids left. There were 16 of us when we started. Now there's 9 of us left. That's almost half of us gone. And you're saying that we should think positively?
You didn't have to say it like that. I just wanted everyone to feel better.
Like hell we would. We have literally no hope at all now.
Eek.
Yuki, please don't take it out on Aroha, and calm down. We all feel the same. Bro. Huh, what? You said that you wouldn't let anyone die from now on, right? Well, now there's 3 more dead bodies added to the count. Try harder next time, will ya? Damn.
Yuki, why is he like that? Why is everyone bullying me?
Iroha, would it kill you to read the mood for once?
But I'm sorry.
Shinji, why did you let Yuki act like that?
Because he's right in every way. I didn't keep my promise. No wonder he's acting like that. I'm such a loser.
Sora, why are things turning out this way? What did we do to deserve all of this? I'm just so tired.
No. Don't worry, guys.
Tsuruya?
I'll find a way out. I'm an executive at the Kisaragi Foundation. The Foundation, no matter what, never lets despair get away from good things. I will protect you at whatever it may cost. Whatever it may cost.
Oh, man. After Tsuruya left, those of us remaining one by one managed to drag our bodies out of the trial grounds. Yuruko, who couldn't stop her tears. Haruha, who looked somewhat nervous. Shinji, who looked to be deep in thought. No one spoke a word in the elevator back to the Monocruise. This was a class trial more tiresome than ever. And it looked like it's going to get only harder from now. What were we supposed to do? The first thing I did when I arrived at my room was to throw myself onto the bed. I didn't have the strength or the urge to wash myself or change clothes. Perhaps I just wanted to escape from this reality. I was almost at the breaking point. I was only trying to act patient for the others who were in despair. I also wanted to cry my heart out like Yuruko. It felt painful. Yuruko's words just now ran inside my head. Why are these things happening to us? Did we do something wrong? Is this a punishment to atone for our sins? I had no idea. For now, my tiresome body had given up on everything, and I decided to give in to this wave of sleep. What? What's going on here?
Are you there?
Over here. Who is that?
Eek!
Oh, it's Mikado. What are you doing, Iroha? Why are you so startled? Do you have something to confess?
Mikado, what's up? Why did you call me so late at night?
Fufu, what's up? What is up? I'll tell you what's up, you little stupid brat. Iroha Roha Nuji. Are you even aware of the fact that you're a void? Are you fucking kidding me? Why? Oh my god. So even if Satsuka wasn't a void, this is 2 chapters in a row that I have had the thought that one of my favorites is a void, and now this is just blatant confirmation. Oh, fuck. It was your turn last time. Emma stealing your spot? That I can understand. The corrections were made at the end, after all. But if you ruin everything one time, you're supposed to make it up the next time. There were supposed to be 2 victims this case. A double murder, you hear me? But let's talk about what actually happened. Let's see, the cases weren't similar, and to top it off, 2 blackens... Cases were similar, only they were trying to follow a pattern. How are you going to take responsibility for all this,
Well...
When I found Satsuka's corpse, I thought to myself, well, it seems like Iroha's finally pulling her own weight. I even marveled at your wits when the trial panned out as if you were the murderer. But what the hell is this outcome? I honestly couldn't have ruined these things badly even if I tried. Tell me, what did you accomplish on this island?
Well, I was gonna do something, but Kanata acted too quickly that I...
Oh, no. I don't want to hear excuses, you useless trash. I even gave you a tidbit before the motive reveal. You probably weren't even paying attention, were you? Are you making fun of me?
Eek!
Answer me. Why do you think I included someone as useless as you in our team? I told you before, you're just here to fill up the members. You're just here for the ride, so don't worry. But even so, shouldn't you at least do what you were promised to do? If this plan fails, then your life is going down the drain as well. So you're planning to go kamikaze on all of us?
Wait, but it wasn't my turn originally, and I didn't even have time to discuss the plans. So how was I supposed to do anything on my own?
Use his powers, for God's sake. His powers? What? Oh my god. Utsuro. Right? Right? It's gotta be. That's the only other him with powers. You saw the class trial, didn't you? The outcome is already decided. You just have to You just have to have the will for it. And you're trying to make excuses when you haven't even done that much?
But...
Hoo-hoo. Very well. As much as I'm disappointed in you, things didn't completely go south. It's still not too late, so I'm giving you another chance. Think of it as an act of mercy. For I am very forgiving. Next island. You're in charge of the murder there.
What? But...
Relax, there's nothing to worry. Everything will go as planned under his protection. You just gotta wish for it.
But the next island, it's that person's turn, so I think I'll just...
That person? You really think they're still on our side? Just how stupid can you get?
What do you mean?
The damn brat betrayed us long ago. Is he talking about Nikke? Didn't you notice something was off ever since we arrived on this island? Humph. Try and ruin everything. I've already noticed it, and I'm wondering what punishment I should give out. I'm not doing this to you without any reason. Believe me, if that person was on our side, of course I'll ditch you and leave everything to them. Stats-wise, they are far superior to an idiot like you. So it's just me and you. Now you get why things are getting serious? If you've understood, follow my orders. If you do so, you, me, and every one of us will regain happiness. Well then, I have high expectations for your marvelous murder case. Don't let me down.
But I...
What's the matter? Wait, don't tell me. You wouldn't dare think of backstabbing me like that brat, would you?
No, I would never.
Just do it. It isn't that hard. You'll only have to wait just a bit longer, after all. The day of his resurrection is almost here. What? Now, this is the end of our conversation. If we linger any longer, someone like Shobai is bound to find us, so you should head back. If I were you, I wouldn't dare think of betraying us for your own good. Foo-foo. Ha-ha. Oh, girl. No, Iroha. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. What a fucking chapter.
Danganronpa.
Holy shit. Wow. Oh, Iroha. Oh. Man. That's cool, man. Thanks. Oh, cool. I got the other one too. Awesome. Yeah, I would like to save. Okay. So obviously, that chapter was really fucking good. Like, holy shit. I get the hype. That was... Wow. Very creative murder case. Very creative concept for the twins being the way they are. I'm not a huge fan of how kind of, like, weird Kanade, like, is about her feelings toward Hibiki. I don't know if they were quite going that route with it. It was kind of vague, but it was like it had a little hint of that. And if that's the case, if that's what they were going for, that's just unnecessary. You didn't need to have that element of that at all. But whatever. I digress. It was still a really good case. I'm immensely sad that Setsuka is gone. Immensely sad about that. I feel horrible for Hibiki. Jesus Christ. But, I mean, this was one of the things that I kind of knew ahead of time, was that, obviously I knew there was something up with the twins. I knew they were hiding something big, because everyone in this fucking fandom has talked about them. It's unavoidable to, like, see something with them, and I knew it was something in chapter 3, and I kind of just assumed that regardless, just because of chapter 3 is like the double chapter, and they're twins, so it just kind of made sense for it to happen here. But like I did remember hearing something ahead of time that like there was something with the twins in chapter 3. So that was one of the things that I did kind of have an idea about ahead of time, but I didn't know exactly how it would go down. Did not expect it to go down like this, I can say that much, so I'm still very much surprised and very satisfied with how that story played out. Oh my god. That was amazing. Holy shit. So yeah, it was good, and now all of that doesn't matter anymore, because the fucking Iroha is void, which fucking sucks. Real bad. So now I just have to hold on to the same copium that I had at the end of last chapter, where I'm like, okay, they've revealed this character as a void, but maybe the setup is that they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. And I mean, like, it would make sense, because like they're essentially revealing next chapter's killer ahead of time, which is kind of lame, but I don't know. They could still go about it in a way that it could still be good, but I mean, obviously, I don't want it to be true, mainly because I just don't want Iroha to die, because I love her. She is my current living favorite, so, oh my god. Damn, man. But, yeah, I mean, what else is there to say, man? That was just a chapter and a half. Oh my god, my voice is so tired. I need to take a nice long break, because, well, I've been recording for so long today. That went on for way longer than I thought it was going to. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna end here. And, next time we will start chapter 4. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.